got a lot to talk about, okay? That's the obvious. First off, how are y'all? How are y'all feeling? What are y'all doing? Um, if you want to tell me what you're doing right now in the comments, I guess you can do that. Like, I respond like you just told me. Like, well, I'll respond. I'll respond accordingly. I will. You know, I can do that. We got a couple things to talk about today. First one up. Hold on. I need my lip shit. Come here. Lip shit. More important than your keys. More important than your keys. More important than your phone. This is more important. Lip shit, aka chapstick, but it's called lip shit. Not only is this more important than your keys, more important than your phone, I would say if I had $1 to eat, now if I had $1, right? If somebody offered me $1 and I had to choose between getting a cheeseburger real quick from McDonald's or some lip shit and it said it was cold outside, I'm picking the lip shit. I'm picking the lip shit. I don't know, maybe I have to be in that situation. I'm just being rash right now. But I'm picking the lip shit. Let me tell you why I'm picking the lip shit. Not cosmetically at all, but like just the reason. If you got big ass lips, right? And your big ass lips ever been dry, that is the worst burning sensation ever. I don't understand it when I'm talking to people and they just like chilling and their lips is peeling off or they just like white and you can see the little red blotches. I don't get that. I don't get it. I don't get it at all because I know the early signs hurt me. So that just let me know you in this shit. Like you in this. Like you really in there. Like you in the trenches with it. And you don't even have to be. You can't convince me that niggas gotta deal with that. That's a pain that you don't have to deal with in this world. I believe that. A lot of pain you gotta deal with, that's a pain you ain't gotta deal with. There's so many different ways you can alleviate that issue. And let me tell you something. Like, I learned this when I was in 4th grade from my tutor at the time. If you ain't got no money for chapstick and you need some shit to make your lips feel better and get rid of that red ring, earwax. That's a way to do it. If you down bad, or what's another one? Get $1. This is $1, and even the cheapest ones, they like 79 cents. Get one. I don't care if you got to get the bubblegum flavored shit. Get one, bro. Cause nobody shit like life is hard as it is, right? Why put yourself through that shit willingly and you don't have to? It feels so much better. It's so quick. Watch. Oh man, this real nice in here. Oh shit, lips dry. Pop the cap off. Real quick. Real quick. You don't need too many coats. Just zoom. Hit each lip. You good. Please. A lot of people saying what they think should stop in 2025. I think it's that. Bro, stop. I got something to talk to y'all about. I kind of debated on if I was going to do this story time or not. But I'm going to do it for the sake of the greater good, okay? So, something in my eye. Shit. Damn. I've been debating on if I'm gonna do this story time for a minute. Like it's literally been something that I've teetered with for days. But why not? It's done and over with. Share the story. Somebody else probably went through this shit. As a matter of fact, they have. I have a friend that went through this like 3 years ago, and he called me for it. All right, so look, this is what happened. I had got way too high one time. Like I was like, okay, I'm gonna smoke me a little joint. You know, I'm gonna get right. And I had got way too high one time. And I had my homeboy take me to the hospital. Let me tell you how. Damn. So this was maybe when I first got to Vegas, I think. I think this was around the time I first got to Vegas, and I took a break from smoking for real, because I had started a new job, and like a lot of my time was like taken up doing that, and like that job made me like very like it was very stressful when I first started because I had to know a lot at once. And so because I knew that, I'm like, all right, I don't need to be like getting high and shit. I don't need to be getting like high and shit like as I'm learning the process of this. And so I took like a little minute. I took a minute off, and so next thing you know, one day, I get paid probably my biggest paycheck I ever got. I'll never forget this shit. This is the week I had got paid the biggest check I ever got in my life. And so I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great about it. I hit the gym, work out, this is when I was taking pre-workout like a dumbass, and I shouldn't have. I was taking pre-workout like a dumbass all the time. Like, it's nothing wrong with taking it. Like, even now I take some, but like I would just OD it for real back then. And so when they got pre-workout, I was taking like some Total War shit. Like, if you work out, Total War, Total War got some crazy pre-workout. Like, I was taking this one that's like 400 something milligrams of caffeine. Like, it was crazy. And so next thing you know, I had a great lift session, feeling great, feeling strong. I'm gonna go get me some, to celebrate, have a good night, chill. Put a movie on, watch some YouTube videos or something like that. This is my night. I'm chilling. This is supposed to be a great night, a phenomenal night. And so I hop out this. I get home. I hop in the shower. Hop out the shower, and I'm just chilling. Like, I'm vibing. I got my music playing. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing on this day. I felt like everything was just perfect. And so I hit the blunt. Like, I sit down, I hit the blunt, and it was some wild stuff, like some moon rock or something like that. Like, it started to hit me quick. If you don't smoke for a minute, if you don't smoke for real, or if you don't smoke for a minute, it's gonna hit you like a truck. Like, that shit be crazy. So around this time, like, I'm like, I had a friend at work. We was having these debates every single day about like if like what animals humans could be. Like, a human in his best possible shape, what animals could he for sure be, right? And we was having this conversation every day. We was just stand there and talk about this. I'm talking all day. If I'm working 10 hours, mind you, 10 hours out of my day. Now, if I'm working 10 hours, I would say 3 hours of my day, I'm talking to this motherfucker about, can a damn human beat a goddamn black bear or something like that. And so we having that conversation, and and so I get home, and naturally, as I'm smoking, I'm like, man, I wanna see some animals fight. I need to see, like, we talking about this every day. I need to see what this shit about. Like, I haven't really watched nothing for real. I want to see like some real fights. So I'm watching a bear versus a bear, two grizzlies, and I'm getting turned as I'm watching it. Like, next thing you know, I feel my heart beating a little fast, and I'm like, all right, I got a little too amped up, and I'm just like, and then I hear a tap on the window outside, and I'm like, the fuck was that? So now I'm so geeked. I'm standing on my mantle, looking out the window. I'm thinking somebody tapping on the window, and for some reason, I don't know why, I'm thinking it's an animal. Briefly, very briefly, I'm thinking it's an animal. Like, bear with me. Just bear with me for a second. Very briefly, I'm like, oh, this is a big ass animal or something. Like, it briefly made me nervous. Then I came to my sense, like, bro, Trey, there's no damn way. But then I realized I just smoked some of that shit. Like, nah, that's crazy. At this point, I'm already like heart beating fast as shit. So I'm panicking. I'm literally sitting there panicking. I'm like, man, I can't waste no time. I'm gonna lose my life. I gotta get out of here. Like I'm gonna have a heart attack or something. Like I was messed up, and so I had a Sprite. I chugged the Sprite thinking that would work for some reason, cause I like Sprite. So I'm like, okay, this will work. I just burped loud as shit. So then I'm like, fuck it. I go to my roommate. I'm like, hey, I need you to take me to the hospital. And he like, I said it just like that. I'm like, I need you to take me to the hospital. And he was just like, bro, what? I said it just like that. Bro, what? I'm like, bro, I gotta go to the hospital. My heart won't stop beating fast. He's like, Trev, is you for real? I'm like, yeah, dude, like this is urgent. Like we gotta go. Like I'm literally being like, bro, we gotta get out of here. Why is you still sitting down? Like we need to go. He like, bro, like he just doing all that. He doing, Trev. Then he go, you high as shit. I was like, I know. I know. I'm like, bro, not really. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Not really. No, I'm not. Literally told this nigga, not really. No, I'm not. He finally get up. We get in the car. On the car right there, I kind of said, I am a little bit, even though he knew. I was like, oh shit. And so, right after that, this nigga, I looked to him because I'm like, hey, am I doing too much? Like for real? Like, you think like the hospital would be like too much? Like, am I kind of like, y'all know what I mean? And so he like, nigga, what? And I was like, real shit. He goes, bruh, if you gotta go to the hospital, you gotta go to the hospital. What the fuck, Trev? So then we turned around. And I'm like, nah, all right. And then like, I start to panic. I'm like, what if I don't go? And what if something's wrong? I was like, bro, we gotta go back. And he's like, bro, what the fuck? So he turned around and we went. We go in there. I mean, well, I went in there. I sit down with one of the nurses. And so she's like, what's up, honey? I was like, my heart just won't stop beating fast. At this point, I could have been just paranoid. I'm thinking everybody in there looking at me. Like, I'm looking around. I'm like, bro, everybody in this bitch is looking at me. And it's probably because they knew. And so she like, it's okay, honey. It's okay, sweetie. Just relax. So she's doing my blood pressure. My shit was high. And so the other nurse come around, sit down next to me. She hold my hand. She's like, it's okay. Just talk to me. Just talk to me. She was fine as shit. So I'm sitting there talking to her. It started to go down. I started to relax. I remember just feeling warm. I just felt warm. And so after that, I'm like, oh, I'm good now. And so she like, I'm still gonna send you to the back just to be evaluated, okay? I'm like, man, they probably think I'm goofy as hell. Like, they think I'm goofy. They think I'm so goofy, probably, bro. She said, I still want to just, keep you here just for a second. And I was like, bro, they probably think I'm a damn lunatic or something. I'm a high lunatic or some shit, bro. Like, I just came here tripping. And so I'm looking around, and then I'm just sitting there, and then one of them, I look over at the desk, two of them just staring at me, and then one giggled, and the fine one, she was like, are you okay, sweetie? Everything all right? I'm like, oh. So I'm like, hey, I gotta run out to the car real quick. Like, can I go grab something? And she's like, oh yeah, that's fine. So my plan was, I was out, because I'm like, they about to keep me, and I'm gonna have to pay that high ass hospital bill. I can't do that. So I'm like, all right, I go hop in the car. I'm like, Doc, we can go. And he like, what? I was like, bro, we can go. I'm good. He said, all right. And so I'm like, wait, she still got my license. He like, bro, what the fuck? And so I'm like, I don't know what to do, because I just left. Like, so do I? So I'm like, do I go grab it? And so, I go, next thing you know, I look out the window, I see the nurse walking outside doing this. Because at this point, I had been outside for a minute. And she's like, you left your ID. I was meant to give it back to you. I forgot to give it back to you. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm still grabbing something. I'll be back. She said, okay. Got in the car and left. Yeah, kids, don't do drugs. That shit's terrible.